All right, here we are. Final card. My fourth and final project alternate from the Daydream March 25 kit. And here's the card that I came up with. The card, this one, is just really super nice. So I really struggled to have to kind of make an alternate with any of that. But I did. You can definitely, I use the pieces for that card. You can definitely use white paper for your background. Maybe take a blending brush, put a little splotches of color on it if you want. Just an idea. But I also used the second piece of this flower spray from the blue card. And I didn't use this, so you have this to either create something new. I should have done this. It would be cute to make a layer and make a up and down card, and then just put a layer of this. Put a layer right there, mount that on it, put it on here, and put a sentiment across it. You can stamp the background or emboss it. I may come up and do that maybe as a fifth alternate. We'll see. So we're going to take our base. I'm going to wipe this little mat off real quick. So we're going to take our base and we're going to take the bumblebee and you just need his body. So just take his little bumblebee body and that's not big enough. First mark. First we want to kind of rub our embossing buddy powder all around on the front. Then we're going to just stamp bumblebees everywhere, all over the front. I don't know if we can get too many. Probably not. But we'll see what we got once we don't want to get them on top of each other. I can see some in there. Or I need some. I'm going to call that good for now. We're going to take our clear embossing powder again. I've got my little container this time. And we're going to cover the whole thing. Tap it off. So now we can see where all of our little bumblebees are going to be. And I think I might want to put one more in this space. Let's put him upside down. And I think that'll be good. We're going to call that good. And then we're just going to heat it up until the powder melts and they look wet. So we'll get our heat tool out. So that's what we'll do now. And I'm going to pause you. The beauty of the pause, it also gives me a second to kind of clean up a little bit. So now we've got our base down. You can see all of our little bumblebees on there now. I was thinking as I was heating them, it might be kind of neat. I wonder, no, probably not. I was going to say if you could emboss them in gold. That might be kind of pretty, but I think it would be too gold for the color of the card. But you can also you could take your blender brush now and brush over the bees, and it'll color in the bee. Then you can wipe with a Kleenex or a paper towel, and it will wipe off any residual that's sitting on top of the bees. So what I got next is I've got the green circle with the bokeh background on it. It's just such a cool look. And then I took this piece that has the honeycombs on it, and I punched me out some circles. And I've got a 1¼ inch punch, and then I used a little bit bigger one. Okay, that was misspoke. That 1¼ inch is for my sentiment. I used a 1-inch punch and a 1½ inch punch to get the honeycombs out. So I tried to get as much honeycomb as I could, and still got a bunch of white, which was okay. So I just went in there, and then, see, I'm not going to get two. I got two of these last time, so I didn't get two this time. But let's see what we can do for trying to make another one. So I got more white space on my other one. So let me just see if I can stamp one that's not really going to show quite as much. We'll figure this. So let's get a little bit of this honeycomb, stamp it down, and here's another thing we can do. Let's hang on, I'm going to clean my stamp off. All right, we're going to try this on the fly here. We're going to get our Versamark. We're going to line up over the top of our honeycomb and stamp. We're going to get our clear powder back out again because these honeycombs are shiny, and we need to make ours shiny. So we can stamp over the top of our crushed curry, and with Versamark and clear powder, and we should get some shiny ones. All right. And I just need a little one. So I'm going to come in here and just punch out I don't want it to be exact. So we're just going to punch out one. How about that? So now we can lay our flower on top of our green piece and kind of build up on top of it. So I did pop up the middle one, so I'm going to pop and build and glue and build as I go. So just going to carefully, I want to like center that on the green. Then we've got our circles that we cut out, and like I say, this guy's a little bit dark. So we're going to come under flowers and just want to arrange the circles however, so that we can get a feel for dimension. So I'm going to glue them like that, and I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to glue as I go, because when I designed this, it's all, like all, I don't want to say guessing game, but, you know, it's all in your head. You can move it and remove it and move them again. And Oops, I think I hold that on there. And it just, they look different every place that you move them. So you want to get like a little bit of a feel of what you're looking to design. And so now that I got it done, I can sort of, like I said, just kind of stick these on here. And I don't think I did too bad with that one there. Looks okay on there. My resident creative director said that this one was a little too, like, simple. But I don't think he realizes how much thought we can put into staring at those circles. But it is pretty simple. Simple, but there's a lot of moving parts with it, you know. So let me get the dimensionals on the back of that, and we'll get this one finished up. So I did just put, like I said, I'll show you. I'm putting some dimension on all of these circles because I want the circles to stand up, but I'm going to glue the big green flat. So it's just kind of, I better put one more over here. Just be safe. And then I'm going to put a little glue on the green because I want that guy flat. And I might want to put a little glue right there to stick that part down. And then we're just going to center it on the card best that we can. And then push everything down. Stick our dimensionals down. Get our circle kind of flat. Then, like I said, this flower was popped up, so it should give it some different height and stuff going on. Then I brought in this circle that popped out of the piece that I punched out, and I'm going to find the happy birthday stamp. You can do, you know, whatever. I happen to want a bunch of happy birthdays right now, so I'm going to get my Mossy Meadow again. Now you can mask this off, post it, whatever you want. You can hold the piece of paper there and go like this. That way you're only getting happy. I'm going to clean it off real quick. And then you could do the same thing and hold it over happy. And then you'll only get birthday. Then I'm going to get that, oh, I already washed it. I got to wash it again to get that Versamark off. We want to get that honeycomb back out. And I'm going to tap it down, but I'm going to, I want to stamp it off a little bit first. I don't really want it all that dark to hinder my, let's go down here. I don't want to hinder the, for some reason, I don't have much in the center, so I'm going to just keep that around my words. But I don't want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Hinder's not the word. I don't want to take away from. I want to hide the words. I don't want it to overpower them. And then this is where I used my 1 1/4 inch punch. And I punched out the happy birthday. And I put that on a dimensional as well. one. And then I just tucked that in here, kind of went under there a little bit. Just like that. And I didn't do anything on the inside. It's white already, so you could put some stamping in there if you want. But this is our last card for this kit. So thanks everybody for hanging in with me and watching this month's videos. I'll be back again next month. I'll see you soon. Or you can catch me on Wednesday nights on my Facebook Live or check them out on YouTube. Bye, guys.